All righty, good afternoon. Thank you all for joining us as I sign a bill that will have an immediate and positive impact on thousands of Missouri families and on our state's growing economy. I'm pleased to be joined by the House sponsor of House Bill 163, Representative Barney Fisher, the ranking Democrat on the House Workforce Development Committee, Representative Tim Meadows, the Senate Minority Leader Victor Callahan, and a senior Democrat on the Small Business, Insurance, and Industry Committee, Senator Tim Green. Also great to be joined by a member of my cabinet, Larry Redmond, and some senior members of his staff that have been so helpful during this process. 12 days ago, I called on the members of the Missouri Senate to come together, roll up their sleeves, and pass legislation to provide 20 weeks of additional unemployment assistance to Missourians who lost their jobs through no fault of their own. Every single day now, we're seeing positive signs that our economy is moving in the right direction. Earlier this week, the March jobs report showed that Missouri added 24,300 jobs last month, and our unemployment rate fell 0.3 of a point. State revenues are ticking up. Standard & Poor's just reaffirmed our AAA bond rating again. But while our economy continues to pick up momentum, thousands of Missourians are still struggling to put food on the table and keep the lights on as they look for work. These folks are moms and dads, sons and daughters, friends and neighbors. They are the folks who have fallen on hard times through no fault of their own. And as our economy gains steam, it's critical that we continue to stand with these folks and help them get back on their feet. The legislation I am signing this afternoon, House Bill 163, does just that. This bill will provide 20 weeks of additional unemployment insurance to Missourians who have already exhausted other unemployment benefits, including emergency federal benefits. Folks who receive this additional assistance must uphold their end of the bargain and keep looking for work, making contact with potential employers, and checking in with our state career centers. The Department of Labor and Industrial Relations has calculated that more than 10,000 Missourians will be eligible for these extended assistance immediately, and more than 24,000 additional Missourians could receive this assistance before January 7th of 2012. In total, these assistance payments will inject approximately $105 million into our economy, helping these families make ends meet and helping our economy continue to grow. I thank the overwhelming bipartisan majorities in both the House and the Senate that approved this bill. The vote in the Senate was 28-5. The vote in the House, 138-13. Folks from both parties came together to get this done, and together we're helping thousands of Missourians get back on their feet and back to work. During the legislative process, an amendment was included to reduce regular unemployment assistance for individuals who become unemployed in the future. The amendment lowers the number of weeks of regular assistance an individual is eligible to receive from 26 to 20. Now, as we move forward, we must continue to work toward providing additional assistance to unemployed Missourians who need our support. That is a discussion we will continue to have with legislative leaders and members. But thousands of Missouri families are struggling to make ends meet right now, and it was vital that we provide extended assistance to these families immediately. Again, I thank the leaders from both parties who came together in an overwhelming way to pass this critical legislation. Today's bill provides clarity and certainty for thousands of Missouri families who need our help now. But there's another piece of legislation we need to pass quickly to provide that same clarity and certainty to our public schools. I'm talking about the Supplemental Education Appropriation for fiscal year 2011. House Bill 15, which will provide $189 million for our K-12 classrooms during this school year. I appreciate the Senate for coming together to get House Bill 163 on my desk. It's time for them to roll up their sleeves once again and get the supplemental budget and this vital education funding that we talked about once again about 8 days ago on my desk as well. Now I'm going to start talking and start signing. Immediately after I sign the bill, the Department of Labor and Industrial Relations will begin to get ready to process these claims, and Missourians should begin receiving payments within just a few days. This bill will make a true and immediate difference for families in every corner of the state. I'll sign this bill into law, then we'll hear from some of our legislative leaders.